Today I'm going to do a demonstration of prepping images as JPEGs to use in CodeX programs. I will use the free online photo editor Photopea. Let's get right into it. Let me come here to my bar and type in photopea.com. You can see that it doesn't require any kind of sign-in, login, email. It's just a free online photo editor. And so if you can make sure that it's not blocked at your school for your students to use, it's just an excellent and easy way to prep your JPEG images. I also have up on the screen this PDF of how to resize images for uploading to CodeX, and we'll follow along with these instructions. I have already downloaded a couple of images. The images that you use here in Photopea and on your CodeX can be photos you take, scanned images, pictures you get from the internet, really just about anywhere. As long as you can upload it to Photopea, you can resize it and save it as a JPEG and use it on your CodeX. So I have a couple photos that I'm going to demonstrate with. I'm going to open, and I saved mine into my downloads. As long as you can find your photos, you can save them anywhere on a USB, desktop, downloads, wherever your students and you can find it. This first photo I'm going to open is one that I took with my camera on my phone, and then I just downloaded it to my downloads folder, and I've uploaded it or opened it here in Photopea. You follow the steps. The first thing we're going to do here, I've opened Photopea, I've opened my document, and now I want to change the image size. Now you might notice that this image is not a square. I can keep it this size and it'll just be a different shape on the screen, or I can make it square if I want to. And the easiest way to do that is first change the canvas size. So I'm clicking on Image, I'm going to come to Canvas Size, and take a look at the smallest number. So my width, 3060, is smaller. So I'm going to change the height to also 3060 and say OK. So now it's cropped it to be a square. I can just use my mouse to drag if there's a different portion of the picture I would like to keep. So I can pick the part of the square that I want to remain. Now that I have a square image, it'll fit perfectly on the CodeX. And now I'm going to go back to Image, and I'm going to come to Image Size. We're following along with our sizes, we're following along with the instructions on our PDF, and we're going to change the size to 240 by 240. But first I want to take a look at the DPI. So I'm going to come to Image Size. The DPI is already 72, so that's good. And here my width and my height are both the same. It's in pixels. I'm just going to change this to 240, and then the height should also change to 240. I've got both of them 240, the DPI 72, and just say OK. It might look small here, but I can change the view to just fit the area. But don't worry, it's going to be the right size for our CodeX. Now our next step, step 7, is to export the image as a JPEG. So I'm going to click on File, Export As, and you'll see JPEG. That's the only version, the only file format that's going to be supported by your CodeX. So click on JPEG. I've got my width and my height all 240. I don't have to change anything else here. You can change the quality if you want to, if you think if the file is too big, but I wouldn't worry about that. And for the name, you want to make it something nice and simple because you're going to use this name in your code. So I'm just going to call this Lion and keep it nice and simple and click Save. And it will save wherever you opened it from. So I opened it from my Downloads folder. It's going to save right back into my Downloads folder. All right, so I've got one down. I'm going to open another image. This one I got from the internet, so I'm going to go to Open. And I'm going to click on this Project Hail Mary picture. And again, I see that it's not square. If I want it to be square, I'm going to come here to Image and go to Canvas Size. And my smallest number is 676. So I'm going to change the width to 676. And now it's a square. And I can drag it if there's a particular part of this image that I want to keep. And now I've got my image. I'm going to go through the rest of the steps here, step 5 and step 6. So I'll go to image and come here to image size, and I notice that the DPI is not set at 72. So you want to do that first. I'm going to click on 72 and just click off the screen somewhere so that it changes. It makes a little bit of a difference. You can see that your width and your height changed. Now I'm ready to change these to 240. Okay, so they both got changed. 72, I'll say okay, and there's my image. Step 7 and step 8, we're going to export it. So I come here to export JPEG. I can double check that my width and height are 240, and I'm going to change it to a really simple name. I'm just going to call it Rocky and save. So that's how you resize your images and make them ready for uploading to CodeX. Now let's look at how to upload these images to your CodeX. You're going to use the A and the L buttons. So locate them on your CodeX. You're going to press them at the same time. And while you're pressing them, reach in the back and just hit and release the reset button. Now when you flip it back over again, you're going to see the 4 red LEDs light up in order and then flash 2 times. Then you can release the A and L buttons. When you release the A and L, a folder should pop up that shows what's on your CodeX. I created a pics folder to hold all of my pictures. You don't have to, but I do recommend it. And I want to move the 2 pictures that I just resized into this folder. So this is on a Windows. Mac will be similar. I've also opened a downloads folder, so it's easy for me to just highlight the pictures that I want and drag them into the CodeX folder. And I can close everything. And then one more thing I have to do in order to actually run programs on my CodeX now is I have to put it back into read-only mode. And the fastest way to do that is just to unplug it. So you'll hear a beep. And then I'm going to plug it back in again. I can even check in the folder here that my lion and my Rocky got uploaded, and I'm ready to go. Now, before you actually use these pictures in a program, you should test them just to make sure that everything turned out okay, that the right size the image, and that the CodeX will read them. So you can do that without even typing them in a program, just using the console. I'm here in CodeSpace, and I'm just gone to the sandbox. I'm going to open my console, and I first need to import the CodeX. So from CodeX, import, and then just do my star. Then I can test each image. So once again, back to our PDF, it gives us the code for displaying a JPEG, display.drawJPEG. So I'm going to type that, display.drawJPEG, and then using parentheses and quotation marks. Mine's in a folder, so I'm going to do pics. I'm going to try the Rocky one first. I did it with a capital letter, so capitalization does make a difference. Then I can see that the image did appear. I want to try it for the other picture as well. I don't have to import again. I can just do another display. And this one I called lion without a capital letter. And I can see that the image did display. And now you're ready to use all of your images in a CodeX program.